Hello everybody, Duncan here, and welcome to another episode of Dylan's Disney Movie Reviews. After the release of The Rescuers, which was Disney's biggest success since The Jungle Book after Walt Disney's death, they were entering their second dark age, and all the old filmmakers were retiring one by one, so it was time to bring in a new generation of filmmakers. While the old filmmakers were retiring, they did help the new filmmakers out on the movie that was being made during that time, and it's what I'm reviewing this week. Released on July 10th, 1981, the movie is The Fox and the Hound. The movie opens in a forest where the camera pans around as the opening credits roll. We then see a mother fox running away from a hunting dog and simultaneously carrying her baby. The mother fox leaves her baby at a fence, runs off, and is killed. An owl called Big Mama, voiced by the late Pearl Bailey, sees the baby fox, voiced by Keith Mitchell, by the way, and flies down to him.
You poor little fella. It's all right. Big Mama's here.
Big Mama then realizes that the baby fox needs some kind of caring. She then hears a pecking sound and flies off. A finch named Dinky and a woodpecker named Boomer, voiced by the late Dick Bacallion and the late Paul Winchell respectively, are after a caterpillar. Big Mama then tells them that she needs their help, so they follow her.
Oh, poor little guy.
Don't you worry now. We're going to find someone to look after you.
Dinky then gets an idea. He has Boomer knock on the door of the house of a woman named Widow Tweed, voiced by the late Jeanette Nolan. She comes out and sees the birds messing with her laundry.
Oh, here! Stop it! Oh, you pesky birds! Will you come back here? Oh, stop! Well, I wonder what got into those birds.
She then finds the baby fox.
Oh, hello, little fella. I wonder where its mother is. Come on now. I'm not going to harm you. Now. Oh, isn't that... Oh, my, you're a feisty little rascal, aren't you? There. Now, calm down. No, I just can't leave you out here all alone.
So Tweed takes the baby fox in, adopts it, and names it Todd. Meanwhile, her neighbor Amos Slade, voiced by the late Jack Albertson, who previously played Grandpa Joe in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory a decade before this movie, who happens to be a hunter, brings home a surprise for his hunting dog Chief, voiced by the late Pat Buttram, and it's a hound puppy named Copper, voiced by Corey Feldman, but Chief isn't too pleased with him.
May as well get used to him, Chief. He's for you to look after from now on.
However, Chief soon grows an attachment for the little pup. Later, while Tweed is milking a cow named Abigail, Todd causes trouble.
Oh, no, there goes my milk. Oh, no. Oh, easy, Abigail. Steady, old girl, steady.
There.
Tweed is upset about what Todd just did, but she immediately forgives him and he runs outside to play. He then sees Dinky and Boomer, who are still after that caterpillar.
Is this it, Boomer?
Oh, sure, Dickie. This is the place. I never forget a tree. I never forget a tree.
You won't get away this time. Hold it, Boomer. I think I hear something.
Oh, that's him all right, Dickie. That's him all right.
Shh. Get ready, Boomer. Hey, I can hear him moving. Listen.
That's funny. Oh, I don't hear nothing.
Shh, quiet.
Oh, that's him all right, Dickie. That's him all right.
Button your beak, will you? I'll check it out. Would you look at that? Okay, Boomer. He's right. There.
However, they fail to catch it.
Now see what you done? You cost us our breakfast.
I cost us our breakfast. It was your fault.
What are you talking my fault?
Yeah.
Oh, no. What are you talking my fault? Oh, no. You were the one who let it go. You were the one who
for
let it go.
breakfast?
Oh, yeah? Well, if it wasn't for you,
Yeah.
I would get away.
Todd then follows a butterfly. In Amos's yard, Copper smells something and lets Chief know.
Let me see. Ah, shucks, that's easy. The master's just cooking grits and fatback. You ought to know that.
That's not what I smell. I don't know, Chief. It's something else.
Sonny, you got a lot of learning to do about a sniffing and a smelling.
Copper then goes off to find out what the smell is. Soon he meets Todd, which is what he smells.
What do you do that for? We're supposed to do that when we find what we've been tracking. I'm a fox. My name's Todd. What's your name, kid? Mine's Copper. I'm a hound dog.
Todd and Copper then befriend each other and play a game of hide and seek.
Can I use my nose? Sure. Okay, now go ahead and close your eyes and count. 1, 2, 3. No, Copper, you can't peek. Oh. Now start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
My. Look at that. A fox and a hound playing together.
Todd and Copper then have fun together during a song called Best of Friends, performed by Pearl Bailey.
You're not even aware you're such a funny pair. You're the best of friends. Life's a happy game. You could clown around forever. Neither one of you sees your natural boundaries. Life's one happy game.
Copper then hears Amos calling to him, so he goes home.
If only the world wouldn't get in the way. If only people would just let you play. They say you'll both be fools. You're breaking all the rules. They can't understand the magic of your wonderland.
The next morning, Todd calls to Copper, who sneaks past a sleeping Chief and goes off to play with Todd.
Copper, you're my very best friend. And you're mine too, Todd. And we'll always be friends forever, won't we? Yeah, forever.
They then go swimming. Meanwhile, Amos finds Copper missing and he and Chief go off to find him.
Copper! Get over here! Copper!
gotta go home. You have to? We're having too much fun. I gotta. He sounds awful mad. I'll see you tomorrow, and don't forget, I won't.
However, the next morning, Todd comes over and sees that Copper is tied up.
Yeah, and it's no fun either. The master says I gotta stay home. Well, we can play around here then. Oh no, now it's old Chief over there. Is that him making that awful noise? He keeps me awake at night.
Todd then checks out Chief, who is sleeping and having a dream in which he's chasing an animal.
It's a big old badger.
Copper. He's chasing the badger.
No. It ain't a badger. It's a fox.
Chief then wakes up, sees Todd, and chases him. Amos wakes up, comes outside, and tries to shoot Todd. Todd catches a ride with Tweed in her automobile. Amos shoots again and makes Tweed upset.
Amos Slade, you trigger-happy lunatic! Give me that gun!
My radiator! Why, you blasted female. How long?
Hold it! Right there!
Watch it! That thing's loaded!
No, it ain't loaded.
Amos tells Tweed that Todd was after his chickens, which she doesn't believe. He then says that if he ever sees Todd on his property again, he'll blast him.
And next time I won't miss.
So the next day, Todd is forced to stay inside. He and Tweed then see that Amos and Chief are taking Copper on a hunting trip.
Well, good riddance.
Todd manages to get outside and goes over to say bye to Copper, but Amos drives off before Todd can. Big Mama then shows up and sees Todd sad.
What are you doing over here?
Gee, I just wanted to say goodbye to Copper. But I'm too late.
Big Mama then tells Todd that someday Copper will return and their friendship won't be the same anymore.
Hey, kid, you better step over here and take a good look.
Why, that's awful. Those poor things.
I'm sorry, Todd. Honey, Copper's gonna come back a trained hunting dog. A real killer.
However, Todd doesn't believe this and insists that he and Copper will always be friends.
I hope you're right, Todd.
And we'll keep on being friends forever. Won't we, Big Mama?
Darling, forever is a long, long time. And time has a way of changing things.
When winter comes, Dinky and Boomer once again go after the caterpillar as it makes its way into Tweed's house to get warm.
Look at that little creep. Warm and cozy by the fire.
Let me take a look. How do you like that guy? This is snug as a bug. While we're out here freezing our beaks off.
Well, yakking and shivering ain't getting us anywhere. We'll get that no-good worm when we come back.
Ooh, shucks.
Dinky and Boomer then fly south. In the woods, Amos, Chief, and Copper are hunting. During the trip, Copper becomes an excellent hunting dog. Once springtime comes, Amos, Chief, and Copper, the latter now voiced by Kurt Russell by the way, head home with a bunch of animal pelts. Meanwhile, Todd, now voiced by the late Mickey Rooney, has grown up too and Dinky and Boomer return.
I hope
Hiya, Big Mama. We're back. We flew all the way.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Welcome home, boys. You know, it's been kind of lonesome around here without you little rascals.
Hi, fellas.
Hey, who's that?
Hey, this can't be that scrawny little squirt we found by the fence post, can it? Come on.
I can't believe my eyes.
Oh, it's me, all right.
Hey, looky there. He's got himself a real fancy collar.
Hey, just look at this bushy tail. Beautiful.
Oh, come on, cut it out. You guys are always teasing me.
Dinky and Boomer then go after the caterpillar again after Tweed brings out the plant it was living in.
There. That ought to perk it up.
Oh, where'd he go?
He's going up the drain pipe. I'll head him off. Okay, Boomer. We got him trapped. Let him have it.
Did you get him?
No, I didn't.
Neither did I.
Amos, Chief, and Copper then arrive home. Todd sees how big he's grown as well as all the pelts he helped collect. But he still believes that Copper will be happy to see him.
Well, honey, just don't get your hopes too high.
Look, don't worry. I'll be careful. I'll go over tonight when Chief and the hunter are sound asleep.
That night, when Amos, Chief, and Copper are sleeping, Copper wakes up, Todd shows up, and they're happy to see each other. However...
It's great to see you, Todd. But you know, you shouldn't be over here. You're gonna get us both into a lot of trouble.
Hey, look, I just wanted to see you. We're still friends, aren't we?
Todd, those days are over. I'm a hunting dog now. You'd better get out of here before old Chief wakes up.
Oh, Chief. He doesn't worry me.
Chief then wakes up, sees Todd, and starts barking at him. Amos then wakes up, comes outside, and he, Chief, and Copper go after him. They chase Todd to a railroad track. Todd tries to escape along them, but then Chief sees him and continues chasing him. Suddenly a train passes by and...
Come, Chief!
Chief? Chief? Oh, no. No. Oh.
Elsewhere, Tweed's looking for Todd and she finds him. Later, Amos walks over to Tweed's house and tells her that Todd almost got Chief killed.
And I'm gonna get him. You can't keep him locked up forever.
The next morning, Tweed takes Todd for a ride and we hear her recite a poem.
We met, it seems, such a short time ago. You looked at me, needing me so. Yet from your sadness, our happiness grew. And I found out I needed you too. I remember how we used to play. I recall those rainy days. The fire's glow that kept us warm. And now I find we're both alone. Goodbye may seem forever. Farewell is like the end, but in my heart's the memory, and there you'll always be.
Tweed takes Todd into the forest and tells him to stay put.
Goodbye may seem forever, farewell is like the end, but in my heart's a memory, and there you'll always be.
She then drives away and it starts raining. Todd looks for shelter but has no luck until a porcupine, voiced by the late John Fiedler, lets him stay with him. While at Amos's house, he and Copper are planning revenge on Todd.
Now, when that fox comes traipsing along, suspecting nothing.
Later, Big Mama's looking for Todd and she encounters a female fox named Vixie, voiced by Sandy Duncan.
I'm looking for a fox named Todd. He's new here in the forest.
Oh, new? Well, what does he look like?
Oh, he's young, about your age. And handsome.
Handsome? Oh, say, gee, he sure sounds nice. I'm not doing anything. I'll help you find him.
Come along, honey. He's got to be around here somewhere.
So they go off to find Todd together. Meanwhile, Todd wakes up in the porcupine's tree, falls out of it and lands on a badger's den, and the badger, voiced by the late John McIntyre, is not happy about Todd for wrecking his home.
Just look at him. The mess you made. Dad ran it, you clumsy bonehead.
I'm sorry. It was an accident.
Excuses.
Mr. Digger, sir, it was so too an accident.
You keep out of this, you walking pincushion.
You shouldn't be so grumpy to someone who's new in the neighborhood.
A stranger, eh? Why don't you go back where you came from?
Well,
Todd then leaves. Big Mama and Vixie find him sad, and Big Mama has a plan to cheer him up.
Morning, Todd.
Oh, hello, Big Mama.
Last night was pretty miserable for you, wasn't it, honey?
Just terrible.
Cheer up and look around. The forest is beautiful this morning.
After last night, nothing looks beautiful. Wow. Who is that?
Oh, just another fox. A lady fox.
Golly. Is she beautiful? I wonder what her name is.
Well, why don't you go ask her?
Yeah, guess I will.
So Todd walks over to Vixie and they introduce themselves to each other. Vixie then asks Todd if he can fish, so he tries.
You happen to be looking at an expert fisher fox.
Oh, Todd, don't overdo it.
I know all the tricks, and in fact, I never miss.
Please let him catch a fish.
Oh, here comes a whopper. Now, watch closely.
Todd, do you need help?
No, I do it this way all the time. I got him.
Oh, that farm boy, he don't know nothing about fishing. He ain't gonna hook her that way.
After Todd fails to catch a fish, Vixie laughs at him, which makes him angry, and he insults her.
You're a silly, empty-headed female.
Hey, just a minute. I mean, you've got a nerve. Why don't you grow up?
Big Mama then has Todd apologize to Vixie, so Todd gives her a flower, she forgives him, and they fall in love.
Shh. But Big Mama...
It's just getting interesting.
Vixie then shows Todd around the forest. Later, Amos and Copper arrive at the game reserve, and Amos has Copper track down Todd.
What you got there, Copper? Good work, boy. He'll be coming right through here heading for water. But he won't be drinking any.
Amos then sets up a bunch of traps. Todd and Vixie come by, but Vixie becomes suspicious about that area, so Todd checks it out.
Todd, be careful.
Amos and Copper then chase Todd and Vixie.
Go on, head for the burrow.
Vixie take shelter in their burrow, but then become surrounded by Copper and Amos, who starts a fire to get them out.
Copper. We got him now, for sure. This is their only way out. Steady, boy. Steady. Get ready.
Todd! We're trapped! Todd, I'm scared!
Quick, Vixie. This is our only chance.
Todd and Vixie manage to escape through the fire, and Amos and Copper continue chasing them. At a waterfall, Todd and Vixie cross over a log. Copper thinks he's found Todd, but it's a bear that attacks him and Amos. Todd then sees them and goes to their rescue, but now the bear is chasing him. Todd and the bear then fall into the river below. Todd emerges from the water injured. Copper then walks over to him, and since Todd saved him, he returns the favor by refusing to let Amos shoot him.
Come on, Copper. Get out of the way.
Amos and Copper then go home. Later, Dinky and Boomer are once again after the caterpillar, which has now turned into a butterfly. Tweet is nursing Amos, who got his left foot caught in a trap earlier. And Copper remembers the great times he had with Todd when they were young.
You're my very best friend. And you're mine too, Todd. And we'll always be friends forever, won't we? Yeah, forever.
And that was The Fox and the Hound. What are my thoughts on it? It's really good. On a budget of $12 million, the movie made about $40 million domestically and $14.2 million in international rentals for a total of $43 million. Then after its re-release in 1988, it made an extra $23.5 million for a lifetime gross of $63.5 million and got some pretty good reviews from critics. Now let's move on to the production of the film. In May 1967, it was reported that Disney bought the film rights to Daniel P. Mannix's novel of the same name. 10 years later, Wolfgang Reitherman read it and thought that it would make a great animated feature since one of his sons actually had a pet fox. So development started, and Reitherman was going to be the film's director along with Art Stevens. But then the two men got into a fight, which Ron Miller broke and was supporting the latter. So Reitherman was forced to quit as director. Originally, Chief was supposed to die when he got hit by the train like in the book. But then they decided to have him survive and just have a broken leg. This made the animators unhappy because keeping Chief alive would take away the reason why Copper would be after Todd. Another fight happened when Reitherman wanted the film to have a musical scene with two swooping cranes voiced by Phil Harris and Charo, and the song they would sing was called Scooby Dooby Dooby Doo, Let Your Body Turn to Goo. Charo got her part recorded, but then it was removed along with the cranes. For the casting, Pearl Bailey and Jack Albertson were casted as Big Mama and Amos Slade respectively, making this their final film roles. Jeanette Nolan was casted as Widow Tweed after Helen Hayes didn't take the part, and Kurt Russell was casted as Adult Copper because Jackie Cooper asked for too much money. For the animation, this film would mark the last one worked on by any of the 9 old men who, like I said before, started to retire and new animators were being brought in to finish the film. Some of the new animators included John Lasseter, John Musker, Ron Clements, Glenn Keane, Tim Burton, Brad Bird, Henry Selick, Chris Buck, Mike Gabriel, and Mark Dendel. During this production, animator Don Bluth became disillusioned with the company and left the studio on his 42nd birthday, September 13th, 1979. Along with Gary Goldman, John Pomeroy, and 13 other animators would go with him. This caused the release date of the film to be delayed by 6 months. And now it's time for me to give my opinion on the film. In the end, for being the final film worked on by any of the 9 old men and the first to be made by the new generation of animators, The Fox and the Hound is a really good start for the latter. I give it 4 stars out of 5. Well, that's it for The Fox and the Hound. Be sure to join next week when I'll be reviewing the animated Disney Channel original movie based on the animated Disney Channel series created by Bruce W. Smith. And if you enjoyed this video, then please tell your friends about me, leave some questions in the comments below, subscribe, and hit that like button.